Hi guys, it's Julie. Welcome back to my wonderful BC life. It's that time of the year again. Time for my 2025 Christmas home decor tour. So let's get going and see how I did decorating my house this year. Let's see what we've got in the front hallway. There's one of my wreaths, my Let It Snow wreath. Very proud of that. I always like the way this one came out for some reason. It's one of the favorite ones of all the ones that I've made. So that's there. And of course, you've got to have Mr. and Mrs. Santa's hats along with the elves hanging in the front entranceway. And then we've got this new bench that we picked up. I bought this for Dave for his anniversary. And I've got a little Santa cushion on there. And then over here, we've got a little Santa on the door to the spare bedroom. And one of my gingerbread wreaths that I made on a Christmas tree hook. Give you a closer look at that if you haven't seen it before or you want to refresh your memory on what's on it. The little gingerbread choo-choo train over here, and on this side too there's one. Very cute. Then over here is the doorway to the bathroom that Dave uses. It should technically be mine because it's the bigger of the two, but it's not because he gets up early in the morning and doesn't want to disturb me, so he goes and uses this one. So that means all his things have to be in here, so it becomes his bathroom. But we'll be showing that shortly. Then over here, we've got our gingerbread house sign, Merry and Bright, that Dave got me for Christmas last year. And then over here, we've got my One Village, and it's all lit up. Technically, I could have the houses lit up, but they're all battery operated, and I can't be bothered to put batteries in them all. I'd prefer that they have an electrical cord in them like my other village, but anyway, they still look pretty with the lights around them. And my gingerbread church, it doesn't actually have any way to light it up at all, so seeing as the one doesn't light up, it didn't make sense to light up the others. And then of course we've got this guy who we've had for quite a while, and he's all dressed up with his Santa gear on. And then over here we've got the three doors, and they've all got bells on them, as you can see. And then over here we've got my antique desk. As you can see, the desk, I got my little gnome down underneath there. And it's decorated with sparkly candles and some cute little white mittens. Very cute. The next stop on the tour is the guest bedroom. I've already shown you this on the door, and the Santa on the door. And then over here we've got our little group of snowmen and the Santa hat on the mirror. And over here we've got a snowman on the door. Over here we've got a Christmassy scarf wrapped around the candlestick holder that we got from my mom. And we've got another one of those wrapped around this, which was a gift from my sister Kathy. We've got a nice Santa pillow sitting on the chair over here. And above the giant pineapple plant, which we had to trim that down when we moved. Oh my God, you wouldn't believe how big it was. Well, you can get some idea by the size of these branches up here that we haven't actually, or leaves as it were, that we haven't trimmed those ones, but the ones that were down lower were even bigger. It was quite the ordeal. But anyway, nonetheless, there's the pineapple plant. And we've got some icicle lights up here in the window above that. This room is still a work in progress. We're not done with it yet. We're actually probably not actually completely done with any of the rooms, or not most of them anyway. But nonetheless, we've got our pretty bed. And over here on the bed, we've got the tree skirt that I bought it to put underneath one of the trees, but then we got rid of the rotating tree that, if you can recall from my previous videos, I had the one tree that rotated. This was going to go around that tree, but anyway, we got rid of the tree. So I thought, well, what am I going to do with this? I thought, it's brand new, I haven't even used it yet. So I just sort of plopped it on this bed, and Dave looked over and he says, you know, that looks really good on the bed. So anyway, it's become a decoration for the guest bed now. And in the middle of the guest bed is one of my Dollarama kitties, and he's all dressed up in his Santa outfit. And then over here, the two snowflake pillows, which are both from Dollarama, and one of my gingerbread men pillows. And over here, from Dollarama, some of my Christmassy pillowcases. They had nice pillowcases at Dollarama, and I thought those would be the perfect touch for in here, and they work out just great. So there is the guest bedroom. The next stop on the tour is the one bathroom at the front of the house. This one is a real ongoing project. We've done a lot of work to it, but we also have a lot more work to do to it, including the new vanity still has to come, and the new flooring still has to come, and minor touch-ups here and there. We still have to put trim around it and stuff, so it's not looking perfect yet, but nonetheless, it's an ongoing project, like I said. So let's see what we've got in here for the tour. We've got my sweet as a Christmas cookie towel in here, my gingerbread nightlight, this little box here which holds a box of Kleenex, very cute. And then up here, we've got a Kleenex box up there, Santa and the Christmas tree and the little snowman. Over here, we've got a couple of reindeer and a little sign that says Happy Holidays. There's a little elf on the closet door. And over here, we've got a pretty little Christmas towel. Up here, we've got our Dollarama Christmas duckies. You know, Dollarama's missing the boat on this. They need a gingerbread ducky and an elf ducky, don't you think? I certainly think so. Over here is the gingerbread house shower curtain that I got last year. And we got a little pair of Christmas stockings with some presents in them. Over here is my laundry closet, where I had Dave remove the doors because they were a pain in the butt. And we opened it all up and we decorated it, made it look super cute. It could use a light in there though, because it's a little bit dark, but not too bad though. Anyway, let's see how we decorated it for Christmas. We got the little girl's gingerbread outfit. I managed to get my kids' clothes corner in my laundry closet. We've got a couple of nice candles up here. And we've got a little Happy Holidays sign and a Season's Greetings sign. Over here we've got some poinsettias in the little vase. Over here we've got the little boy's Christmas cookie crew outfit. So cute. And down here where my laundry pods are, we've got a pretty sparkly red ribbon. In front of the vanity, we've got our little gingerbread mat. And over here on the door, we've got a little snowman. Of course, course, there's my little gingerbread soap dispenser made out of one of the Dollarama bottles, and adding a soap dispensing spout to it. And of course, my little snowman timer over here. I don't use my timers anymore, but they still look cute, so I still put them up. The next stop on the tour is the master bedroom. Let's check it out. Over here on the end tables, we've got our placemats with the little Christmas trees on them. And over on the bed, we've got our gingerbread couple pillows and our little gingerbread throw over here. And over here, we've got the other placemat with the Christmas trees on it. Go past my Johnson family bears. My mom gathered those various bears up when she was still alive, and each one has our names on it. Over here we've got our snowman pillow and our other Dollarama kitty all dressed up for Christmas, and another snowman pillow. Over here on the chair we've got a ho 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 pillow and one of the red and white runners from Dollarama. Up here on the dresser, we've got a green, white, and red candle, and we've got little red bows on those to be nice and pretty. And we've got a red runner along there. And also, I was talking in one of my videos the other day about the scarf that I picked up the matching hat to. Well, this is the scarf from Dollarama that I got last year with the little gingerbread men on it. And then over here, we've got another runner. We've got my little cycling polar bear with his little bit of a faux pas on there where it says Merry, as if you were getting married to someone, Christmas. You can sort of see that around there that it says Christmas. And then there's the matching hat that I picked up at Value Village that matches the scarf that was on the other dresser. There's also a little Santa over here on this door as you go out into the hallway. The next stop on the tour is the master ensuite, which is my bathroom. I've got my little gingerbread girl on the door. Over here, I've got a couple of little Christmas stockings, and they've got little presents in them. On the window ledge, we've got a couple of Santa Claus solar dancers. And we've got some nice Christmassy towels down here. Up here on this medicine cabinet, we've got my nutcracker candles that I got at Dollar Tree last year. Down here on the floor, we've got my gingerbread house mat, which I absolutely love. Over here, we've got a Christmassy towel, my elf hat on my bottle of lotion, a little Christmas tree with an angel on top, and a little snowman. Over here, we've got a Kleenex box with some little penguins on it. And I've got my little gingerbread man that he sits on top of one of the little vases that I got from Dollar Tree. Got him at Dollarama. And a little sign that I got from Dollar Tree. Down here, I've got a pair of little snowmen that I got at Dollarama. And Richard and Emily got me the cute little snow globe. And down here, I've got a cute little towel. Okay, so now it's time to check out the dining room this year. Over here, we've got our pass-through window, which is still a construction zone, but I've tried to make it look nice. We've got our reindeer on either side. There's a story that goes along with those reindeer. If you haven't seen my older Christmas home decor tour videos, you may have missed that story. So go back and check it out because it's kind of funny, really. Anyway, I got one of the rods here from Dollarama, one of the tension rods. so I could put decorations up here without having to drill holes in the wall. And I've got snowflakes and icicles hanging down, and my joy sign that I just got from Dollar Tree. I hauled it in my last haul. Now there I've got my cute little bear that I've had for a while. I'm sure I got him at Coyle's in Tillsonburg. And he's got a little bird's nest there. Always loved my bear. Over here we've got a snowflake runner, Mr. and Mrs. Santa, who I've had since the 1990s at some point. I'm not sure exactly which year. Oddly enough, somebody right now is selling Mrs. Santa and what is technically her Mr. Santa, because this one here, we had him first and we picked her up afterwards. But somebody has the actual mate to her, the actual Santa, on Marketplace right now for $40 a piece. So that's kind of interesting. And here is my little tree. It started out as my family tree, but it's got a bunch of different things on there. You name it, it's on there pretty much. And anyway, I really like it. It has a charm to it that I really enjoy. So there's a better look at Santa on this side. And over here is the other wooden bowl, which has nice decor in it. Probably get a better look at that from the kitchen when I go over there. Over here, we've got the angel that Mom gave me. I decided to put her on the tree this year. I've always kept her. And here's the tree that has just a mixture of whatever I choose to have on it. So it's, like I say, a mixture of different things. There's Charlie Brown and Snoopy. Scanning down some of these things like these here, I'm sure I've had them since at least the 90s. I would say that would be around when I got those. This guy may be even longer than that, I bet you. And like I say, it's just a nice mixture. There's Pokey and Gumby. And like I say, A&W Root Bear. Like I say, this tree has whatever I choose to put on it. But anyway, there's a look at that. And now on to whatever's next. Here's my dining table with my glittery snowflake. It's kind of hard to see on this angle. Glittery snowflake table cover. And my ornament placemats from Dollarama. The Merry Christmas container there was from Dollar Tree, and I got various things and made an arrangement out of it, including little Santa hats. And my nice little pillows that I put on here. Very nice, I think. Now we're looking at Tower of Joy #1, as we call it. We've got some gnomes here. And these are bears, and I never know whether they're supposed to be moose or reindeer or what they're supposed to be, but they're super goofy. And I get a kick out of them. Whatever they are, I like them. And down here we've got a couple of Christmas birds. And we've got a Santa over here. And another Santa over here. And two more in the back that are either moose or reindeer. I never know which they're supposed to be, but definitely one of the two. And then down here, we've got snowmen on this shelf. There's two of them on a sleigh here. And this one, who has a present in his hand, and he has presents on his feet too. And then this tiny little snowman that my sister Brenda gave me. And then down at the bottom, we've got two Christmas loons that I picked up at Coyle's. Once again, it was Coyle's that I bought these at. And one of them was given to Mom for a while, and then she gave it back to me. Okay, above this cabinet we've got 2 round candy cane candles, like so. And down here we've got Mom's Village that she gave me. Well, first of all, there's a tree here. I think Dave gave me this tree, if I recall correctly. It's got a bunch of different things on it, including, look at that, there it is, a little gingerbread man. I think it's got more than one of them on there too. I know it does. There's a little gingerbread tree. And I've had these for years. This was long before I started collecting gingerbread stuff. So anyway, now the village. There's the skating pond and some trees. These buildings here, these 3, are the original buildings that were in the set. And some of the people are original to the set, but not all of them. A lot of them I've added over the years, and I've added more trees and the mailbox and the little red truck with the little camper. I added that. So I definitely added some of the things, like the little snowmen. I added them. And I added the snowboarder over here. That's to honor my son Richard, who's a snowboarder. And there I've got a little child coming down the hill on a toboggan. And I added the bridge after the fact, and the deer back here. And my newest acquisition is right here. Now this isn't technically to the proper scale of my village, but it's not that far off, sort of. Anyway, it's a big lighthouse. And I've got that set at the back here, and the little Santa with the reindeer is on top. Dave got me that at an antique shop because he knew I liked it. So there is my village for this year. Below the village, I've got a couple of these elf sort of inspired stockings. Over here I've got another one of those candy cane candles, and these are new this year. I just picked those up this year, these here. I just picked those up to go on the bottoms of them. And up at the top I've got a garland, and it's got balls on it, and it's got some lights in there too. Actually, I don't even have my lights on right now. I'm slacking, I'm afraid. Been in a bit of a hurry today. And there I've got my little bear in the snowman costume, Santa, gnome, the big gnome with the gingerbread man, a lady snow person up there, and a big snowman. And down here I've got another garland going around, a candy cane stripe, and I've got my little gingerbread man joy garland that goes around. Like so, and some snowflakes in there. There's my grandpuppy Tootsie stocking on there. And down here, 2 more of the elf-inspired stockings are hanging on the knobs. Now here we are at the other Tower of Joy, as we call it. We've got a bunch of snowmen up here, and that would be, I don't know, I think he's supposed to be like a bear. Santa with his legs hanging down. And I think this guy's more of a goofy dog, a Santa dog. And here's one of my gingerbread shelves. Got all sorts of gingerbread. These guys are shelf sitters here, this one here, and that's his mate there. They sit there with their legs hanging down. I got this little fella last year, and I know that they've got a new one this year that's different than this. I'm hoping to pick him up at some point. Haven't picked him up yet, though. And then those 2 there are a pair. And then those 2 are also a pair, little gnome ones. And then down here we've got, let's see, we've got an elf over here. And this basically is my elf shelf. I have my elf family. These are all from Coils. This elf family is from Coils. And there they are, the little boy and the little girl, and their legs hang down for the two child ones do. And then there's my crazy little troll. Actually, I had a chance to get, there's another one that goes along with this. Somebody was selling it on Marketplace, and darn it all if somebody didn't beat me to it. I really wanted it too. Oh well, maybe next time. Now down here is my other gingerbread shelf. As you can see, I've got, oops, somebody's leg in the way. Down here, my various gingerbread people. Those two are new this year from Dollarama. And this guy is new from Coils. I absolutely love him. And then down here, I've got more snowmen. This one is running and waving to somebody with a present in his hand. And then this one is like the big one that I have up on the china cabinet, but it's a smaller version. And this guy here has, if you can see them, his shoes have little snowmen on his shoes. Very cute. So that is Tower of Joy number 2. Over here, Dave made the mistake of saying that my lamps looked like they needed something. Well, I went to Dollar Tree because I had my eye on these little plaques or wall hangings, whatever you want to call them, and I thought they would be good for this. I was hoping it would work out, and it worked out perfectly. So there I've got the Mary sign, and I put a little hat on the top for whatever good that does, I don't know. Down here I've got a couple of gingerbread pillows. That one says welcome, and this one says Merry Christmas. And there's my other sign over here that says believe. And there's a Santa hat up on top of that lamp. And then down here, I've got 2 of my coasters that I picked up on Boxing Day at HomeSense last year. And I put some balls on here to decorate this. Over here, I've got the gingerbread baby blanket from Dollarama that I picked up just this year for $5. And another one of my gingerbread stuffies. And next to that, my sign that Dave got me for Christmas last year with the gingerbread people on it. Absolutely love that. And then above that is another one of my gingerbread wreaths that I made. There's the gingerbread people, and you can sort of see the details in that. A lot of work went into it, and I thought it came out pretty nice. Above that, I've got icicle lights. These were in the spare bedroom in the other house. Not the spare bedroom, they were actually in my office, my craft room. They're in this room now, and I put some balls up there too. Over here is my much anticipated gingerbread tree. Oh my gosh, let's check this out. He's got a gingerbread man hat on top and all sorts of gingerbread all over the place. There's that pick that I bought at Dollarama this year where it had the 3 different gingerbread men on it. I put that in the tree. I picked this up at Walmart this year. And as you can see, it's just covered in gingerbread. All sorts of different things. Anything from cookies to gingerbread men or gingerbread girls. This goofy guy that I got last year. And like I say, it's just covered in gingerbread. Last year I did a complete video just on my gingerbread items. I'm not going to bother this year, but if anybody wants to check it out, go on my channel and look, and you'll see all of the various gingerbread things that I had at that time. But anyway, that's my gingerbread tree for 2025. Almost forgot to show over by my back patio door. I've got the truck with the tree in the back, little mat at the back door. And then I've got my giant gnome. This guy actually can get much taller than what he is. He's actually at his shortest height right now. And as you can see, he's got a little gingerbread man in his hands. So there he is. Over here is our new fireplace. This is still a work in progress too, because we still have to finish the live edge wood that we've put. But we wanted to get it good and dry before we finished it. They recommend that you give it a lot of time to dry out before you finish it. So right now that's what we're doing. Up here we've got, oops, I've got a TV in my way. I'm trying to go around it. I've got a little gingerbread house with a gingerbread soldier or nutcracker or whatever you want to call him, and a couple of gingerbread people, and a gingerbread camper, and the little gingerbread train that I got at Dollar Tree this year. My little gingerbread house stocking holder that I picked up at London Drugs last year, and actually I have some more on order, and I'm kind of hoping they're going to show up soon, but they haven't even been mailed yet, so I don't know. Looks like they could be a while yet. Over here is my little gingerbread house snow globe, and I just picked this up this year. Someone was selling it on Marketplace, and it's another gingerbread camper. I couldn't resist that. And I've got my stocking holders that go along here, as you can see, got different ones. And there's my new gingerbread stockings that I got from Temu with each of our names on them. Can't really see Richard's too much, the beads are in the way, but he's there. And this is my garland that I made last year. I created that last year with the little gingerbread men and the Christmassy beads all across it. I thought that came out really nice. And then down here I've got some snow, and I just put that branch that goes across it because I thought that would sort of just jazz it up a little bit, and I thought it came out pretty nice. So that's the fireplace this year. Completely different than last year. Now here is my Coca-Cola polar bear tree. If you've watched my previous videos, you know that it used to be the spinning tree. It wasn't as tall as it is now, but it was wider and it used to spin around in circles. Well, because this place is on the smaller side compared to where we lived before, I decided that what I would do is get another pencil tree and do away with the spinning tree, even though I really did like it. But anyway, I decided to go this route rather than feel crowded. At least I'm able to get 3 full-size trees in here this way, which was sort of the idea. So anyway, this is my Coca-Cola polar bear tree. There's my tree topper. Those are very hard to find. And not everything on here is Coca-Cola, but most things are. And you can sort of see the different ornaments that I have. Some of them are stuffies, that sort of thing. And then some of them are balls. These were actually filled with Coca-Cola, and you bought it, and we just, used up the Coca-Cola, and then we kept the bottles and made them into ornaments. Even these guys are Coca-Cola, these little elves. They're Coca-Cola too. And like I say, all Coca-Cola. This one is designed so that the light goes up into the bottle to light it up. And like I say, you don't see many things like this And even if I have to sell my Coca-Cola Polar Bear collection, I don't imagine I'm going to sell this, because I like my tree, so I think I'm going to keep that. And I noticed over here, I didn't show this yet, this is one of my original Christmas stockings that we've had for years. And I did sell all of the other stockings, but I noticed, but when I was going to sell them, that this one, and I didn't even really give it that much thought before, but you see it's got gingerbread men all over it. So for that reason, I decided to keep that one, and I just sold the other ones. But anyway, there is 2 of my trees and my fireplace, and if I back up one more step, I'm going over the ottoman. I almost forgot my Christmas tree wreath that I made over on this wall. I thought it was really cute when I came up with that concept. Very unusual. Over towards the kitchen is my candy cane wreath that I made. There you can get a better look at the details on that. It's got gingerbread men on one of the ribbons. And so that's that. Now it's time to see what we have in the kitchen this year. This is my kitchen. It's not big, but it's not too bad of a size really. Anyway, I will go through the details of it, but this kitchen is going to be completely overhauled in January. We will be taking out these cabinets and the countertop and donating them to Habitat for Humanity, and my new cabinets and countertop will be coming in. So in the meantime, we still decorated for Christmas. Here's my gingerbread house that I made. Over here is that gingerbread type bow that I showed you in my last shopping haul video. This is where it ended up. I think it looks really nice there actually. Down below, I've got my gingerbread gloves and my Christmas tree lotto scratcher over there. Here we have a sign from Dollarama. And beneath that, we have my tiered tray, all done up with things from Dollarama mostly. I've got a terrible shadow here. Maybe I better stand on this side. Okay, that's better. And there's my tiered tray, all done up in the gingerbread theme. There's even gingerbread cookie cutters in there. So a lot of these items are from Dollarama and places such as that. This is a little gingerbread guy here. I think he might have been from Dollar Tree actually. And there's one of my gingerbread dish drying mats. Over here in the window, we've got Christmas lights going across, once again using a Dollarama tension rod so I could hang things up. And you can see that there's snowflakes and balls on there. And down here on the window ledge, I've got one of my gingerbread men, and he's got his little candy cane, and he's got a gingerbread man's spatula there, and a little Christmas tree one, a couple of ginger trees, and a little gingerbread house, my gingerbread train, and try to ignore the paper towel holder. We'll just move that out of the way. Actually, I have a story to go with that. And there's my little gingerbread house from Dollar Tree and a couple more ginger trees. And the little ginger girl, and she has her little tongs there with the gingerbread man on it. And there you go, I've got another one of those. Actually, the story about this, and I'll go through it quick. I was just at HomeSense and I saw a gingerbread paper towel holder. I put a bug in Dave's ear that I would really like it, but I don't know if he'll remember or whether he's gotten there to get it or not. But that would really fit in perfectly right here, I think. So here I've got a whole bunch of gingerbread related utensils, and that's in my container from Dollarama with the snowflakes on it. It's supposed to be for candles, but I use it for this. 2 of my hot chocolates. This one is salted caramel, and this one is just plain white hot chocolate, and these both came from Bulk Barn. I've got a cute little gingerbread related towel here. My Christmas blend hot cocoa served here sign. A little gingerbread mug here. And another one there with some candy canes. And over here, more to do with the drink station. I've got my cookie jar here. My Santa with the gingerbread man there. It's hard to see right now, but I've got a gingerbread napkin holder back here, and I do have gingerbread napkins in here as well. Dave never uses napkins, he always uses paper towels, so I still have some fall ones in there. Got to use those up. Anyway, the hot cocoa bar continues. I have candy cane from Bulk Barn. The chocolate candy cane, this was actually Tim Hortons, but I believe Bulk Barn had it too. I've got the peanut butter crunch hot chocolate, which is really good. Got that from Bulk Barn. And I've got my container here with my mini marshmallows. And I've got my little jar here with the Christmas tree on it. And I've got some crushed up candy canes in there to go in the hot chocolate. My little gingerbread candy dish. And another gingerbread dish drying mat. And over here, another one of my little snowman timers that I just use as decor now. By the stove, I've got this going around the container that we have our everyday utensils in. And I've got my gingerbread jars all along the top, plus my salt and pepper shakers, the gingerbread house and the Christmas tree, and a little candy cane ribbon tied around the tea kettle. I have a cookies for Santa sign on top of the microwave over here. My hot cocoa warm hugs and happy holidays tray over here, and just a white ribbon over here on this jar. And one of my gingerbread towels down here, and my pot holder and oven mitt over here on the stove. Another gingerbread towel there, and another gingerbread towel over here. Try to ignore the swipe of paint on the wall. We have not yet painted this room. Dave decided to test the green paint that we used in one of the other rooms in this room, and of course it made the room look worse than ever. But we have yet to paint in here, but as soon as we do the kitchen reno, we will be painting. But in the meantime, it's there and right next to my snowman. So here's one of my snowman wreaths that I made. And there's my snow girl wreath that I made over next to him. And I've got these candles over here. These are just artificial candles with the little bells around them. And one of my gingerbread chair covers down here. Here's a better look at that container that I showed you when we were on the other side. What it has in it there. And another angle from this one over here as well. The other candle with the bells around it. The other gingerbread chair cover. And over here, we've got my little gingerbread car, which I absolutely treasure. And 2 of my little gingerbread people that I altered the little girl. I took her scarf off and made it into a bow for her head. So they're there. And then down here, There's my new little sleigh that I showed in my latest haul video. I've got that new potpourri from Dollarama in there. I'm going to be honest, I don't know what it smells like. It doesn't smell like anything that I really like the smell of. I don't know if it's supposed to be pine, but it really doesn't smell like pine to me. Not crazy about it, but oh well, I'll use it for now. And I got my little basket down there. I don't have anything in the basket yet, but I'll get something in it at some point for sure. And of course the runner, it's kind of big for this table and it's kind of hard to see, but it has a polar bear on there and snowflakes. Maybe I can see it better from this side. Yeah, you can see a little better from this side. There's the polar bear. Here's our outdoor display this year. We've got our snowman and one of my urns that I've got all decorated up. Give you an idea what that looks like. Very nice. We've got the snowman on the garage door. And over here, we've got Santa and another one, actually two of my urns. This one here is decorated like the other one was. And then this one's got it's got my Canada Day flaming light in there. I still like that, so I left it in. But it's also got candy canes down along the bottom of it. And it's got this here that I picked up at Dollarama recently. So there's that. Now we'll go over here to our reindeer. You can tell we've had a lot of rain. My feet are sloshing in the wet grass. There they are, looking pretty. And then over here are our twig lights and our snowmen. I don't know if my snowmen still light up or not, but they still look pretty, especially in the daytime when there's no lights on. There you see that. And we've got lights in the bushes over here. And then over here, we've got my urns that I did up. I gather all of my greenery out in the wild, trying to find as much stuff as I can that has fallen, as many branches as I can find that have fallen. And I thought it was a really neat idea to get these picks as they simulate snow. And I've got the ski poles and the skis. So I thought snow went well with that. And then there's Santa Woody over here in his new outfit. We just got him a new outfit this year. It kind of looks like he's wearing a skirt, but whatever. It's a whole lot easier than putting pants on him was, I'll tell you that. And then there's our doormat over here, home for the holidays. And my crazy little elf wreath that I made a few years back. And then over here we've got the lights in the kitchen window. And we've got a little wreath over here, a little snowman wreath. Well, as you can see, it's dark outside now. That video took me hours to film, and I can honestly say it was a lot of work, as putting all of my Christmas decor up is a lot of work. I think it took me about 2.5 weeks this year, not including things that I've done since then. I've added other things since then that took even more time to do. But anyway, it's all worth it for me. I know I enjoy it. I believe Dave enjoys it too, although he does tease me some about it. But nonetheless, we both enjoy it. And I hope everybody else enjoyed it too. So I would like to thank you all for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed my video. If you did, be sure to give it a little hit on the like button there. And I would like to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from Dave and I, as well as Richard, Emily, and Toots, who will be spending Christmas with us, and I'm really looking forward to that. So until next time, bye-bye everybody, and Merry Christmas.
Bonus here, AJ.